spoke about fashion, but we also are going from fashion all the way to the wild. Into the wild, and as they say, into the deep, into the tiger jungles of India. Our person of interest today has spent most of his life documenting the life of the big cat. His tiger-centric documentaries, including Tiger Dynasty, Tiger Queen, the world's most famous tiger. His best-known work, Living on the Edge, is India's longest-running award-winning environmental series. He has won 5 national awards and also many international awards. His latest one is the Shantaram Lifetime Achievement Award by the Government of India. It's awarded to great filmmakers like Shyam Benegal, of the likes of him. And he has also worked, very interestingly, in the Indian Space Research Organization at ISRO as a high-speed cameraman. So we decided to sit down with the man who has breakfast with the world's most famous tiger. His name is Nalamuttu, and this conversation that I had with him gave me goosebumps. Sit back and enjoy. All right, Nala sir, thank you so much for joining us. Really excited for this conversation. And first up, a big congratulations.
Thank you.
6 national awards, the latest one, a feather to your hat as well. For 20 years, 30 years you've been doing this, 18 years you've just been chasing the tiger. I'm sure you have lots of wild stories to tell us as well, which is what we want to get into. Which has been your most rewarding shoot?
There are lots, but as a wildlife filmmaker, I normally follow a tiger mother from 2 years, the 2 years to make a film. All my films are 1 hour film, and so we start with the cubs and the way they grow up with the mother, and the stories of the family stories. Some are good, some are best. Yeah. The challenging part and the interesting part is always to capture that first day out of this mother with cubs. Tiger mother always bring the cubs only after 2 months of delivery. So we know that this mother has delivered a cub, and by seeing the nipple, by seeing the movement, constantly she'll be going to one place. So she keep a track to capture that first day out. She tried to sometimes shift the cubs, carrying to the mouth.
So the first day out in the wild for the cubs, that is what is the cutest.
Yes, because we know, so always we can make out number of cubs by counting this nipple. Sometimes 4, sometimes 3, sometimes doubtful. Sometimes it's very difficult to say. Mother must have delivered 4, only 2 must have survived. So the first thing to capture, if it's the 4 cubs, means I've captured T18, the tiger mother in Ranthambore. Her name is Krishna. We know that she delivered 4 cubs. So we wanted to capture that 4 cubs on camera. That's the first curiosity, and getting a small cubs in 2.5 months, moving under the legs of the mother. So we call
You captured the world's most famous tiger. We have a glimpse of that. Let's take a look at that first.
A tiger mum and her cubs are inseparable. She puts up with their curiosity and teaches them everything they need to know to survive. But by around age 4, when they become young adults, that bond can easily be broken.
Those were the first few moments of when they're actually coming out for the first time.
Right.
But life in the wild must be so interesting. If you're chasing the tiger, and in this case, the entire family of cubs, etc., how many days at end do you have to stay in the wild?
To get a full-length story of a tiger mother, monthly 20 days, morning to evening, we just constantly go. Early morning, we're the first people to go to the forest, we're the last people to come out from the forest. Sometimes we get the tiger, sometimes we not, sometimes not. The minute we get, we'll start capturing it and following it. So basically, we start following with the pug marks and trace it. It takes 2 years to complete a film.
Wow.
And after 18 months, these cubs, the sub-adults, separate the mother. The tragedy sometimes, very terrible separation. So there are lots of different mothers who got different stories, and every tiger's got a different characters, different body language, different stories. So that's the way, we always start with 2-3 different stories, then the process we just drop the stories and finally stick to that one final story, final track, till we get a climax. So that's what we try to document the whole life of the tiger.
Yeah, but documenting the life of a tiger, people feel lucky if they've managed to spot a few. You've spent majority of your life just chasing them and perhaps learning from them?
Yeah, they taught us a lot. Tiger is the best way to learn a lot about life is from tigers.
Like?
Yeah, like patience. The right time, if you get an opportunity, don't lose it, just hit it. So it's lots of stuff. This is not one. I mean, a lot of patience, and we try to avoid conflicts. Tigers always avoid conflict. They don't get into conflicts. And again, still you getting into the territory, they try to give a warning. Then again, sound warning. Then that mock-up charge. Then they attack. It's like that. It's the process. So all these things you avoid. So many things you can easily, imply into our own life. And 18 years, 20 years of living with tigers, we learned a lot. I mean, it's not. I mean, I can't explain it, but actually it's all, somehow it's in my...
So these are life lessons from the Tiger Man of India. He's telling us to not just adopt and coexist. He's telling you what you can actually learn from the tiger life, which is so fascinating. But how does it entail? You're saying 20 days in the wild. So you're there, sometimes no food, nothing. You just have to keep chasing them and to get that story. How long do you generally spend? You said about 2 years, but there have been more challenging circumstances?
Because it's not the kind of a story which I produce it's not just accumulating footage, capturing footage. It's a story, it's a sequence, it's a cinematic sequence of storytelling. So we normally don't miss out anything. We want each and every thing, we want to capture it because in the progress we get stories. So we can't afford to stay, we have to continuously go. So early morning we go. And even sometimes we get a tiger, if they're sleeping, we'll also wait for the tiger to get up, and sometimes we follow the mother and we want to get this, capture the kill, she's dragging. What happens is, for example, if the mother comes from bringing cubs to the kill, and mother comes back, sometimes mother kill it in a far distance, she comes back to take these cubs. What happens is, first things, the mother, the cubs, what they do, is just go and smell the mother's mouth. Immediately they can make out the blood stains. Okay, mother has come back, with the kill. So immediately, you can see this in the complete body language as cubs changes. They got
very excited. Yeah.
They just immediately start pushing the mother to go, come. So that's the way. So we know that we need to capture that. It helps to get that moment also. At the same time, for us also, we'll know to follow. We'll immediately get ready to follow the mother with cubs. Then. In a forest, it's very difficult to find out the distance of the kill. If it is too far, the first thing what the mother does is just take the cub and feed, make them to drink some water. So that means it's maybe a little far off. So all these small things is, for us to understand this whole movement. So that's why we studied, a lot of different characters and mothers. The idea is kind of a film which it works is we would like to capture that never been seen before sort of a behaviors, because in a natural history, wild animals' life, a lot of things can be not been captured. So, like for example, tigers' mothers after 18 months, the cubs always, sub-adults wanted to have their own territory, own the privacy. The way in our own life. In 18 years old, our own daughter and son, they want this.
We want them to move out.
Here it starts in 18 months.
Wow.
The 1 year is equivalent to 1 month. So 18 months, they want the same separate thing. They wanted to have their own thing. So they sometimes they fight with the mother, their own territory.
Yeah.
The mother will also try her level best to fight. And after a point, she leaves the territory. There's one particular moment. What happens is, the mother tried her level best to keep the territory with the two dominant daughters. And she fought with them and she enjoyed it, and they've decided not to leave. So then one fine morning she decided to come back. She wanted to make a peace with this daughter.
Let's take a pause on that, because we actually have that scene for our viewers to enjoy and indulge as well. So let's take a look at that one.
Krishna eventually seeks out Lightning too and makes her peace. Her daughter seems to forget all the harsh discipline she'd received from her mother. And then something surprising happens. Like some sort of peace offering, Krishna nurses her grown daughter. Something rarely seen in the wild. Krishna now goes in search of her third and most disgruntled cub. Arrowhead is still licking the wounds from her mother's attack. Has her mom now come to drive her out forever? As it turns out, Krishna has come to make peace with her too. Arrowhead also tries to drink her mother's milk for the final time. After these final loving reunions, Krishna disappears from the lake territory without fanfare. Her job as a mother is complete. But with that, she's left a hole that needs to be filled.
Yeah, this mother feeding is subadult. I think I was told in BBC somewhere, long time back, 10, 15 years back, they managed to get some glimpse. But here, the beauty is, here we got the whole story.
Yeah.
In fact, she got this territory from her mother. Now I started to follow this. Now, who is going to keep this territory? For that, it took almost 2 years for me to get a climax of the story. I thought she's also a young mother. I thought she will, not chase. She will make them to leave the territory and keep the territory. Most of the mothers, they always try to keep some portion of this territory to the daughter. Here, one daughter is so dominant. She was so desperate to, because this is a very primed territory, waters and resources and good prey base.
Yeah.
So she wants to keep it. So mother also tried and get. So then she decided come back. And she was feeding. But normally these cubs stop feeding after 6, 7 months. Then they start, having.
This is 18 months.
18 months. It took 2 years to get that. The story. So these surprise things is the one. Tells a great story in the naturalist.
Well, Lala, I just have to say this is spectacular work.
Thank you.
It's eye-opening for even those who have not been tracking the wild for so long as you have been. This has been a beautiful conversation. Thank you so much for what you do and good luck. I can't wait to see what you do next. And what's even more important is that we have such great talent right here in India, along with everything that's happening in the wild. Maybe it's time we say, listen, we don't want international artists here and we don't want international cameramen. Our own people are capable of doing some really award-breaking stuff. So thank you.
You're welcome.
And lovely, lovely having this chat.
Thank you very much.